Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation. My name is Bruna da Silva and I'm going to present a paper written in co-authorship with Professor Rove Chishman and Professor Gilles-Maurice de Schryver. The title of our paper is Revising Dicionário Olímpico, a log files analysis of a Brazilian frame-based online dictionary. This is an ongoing investigation and therefore in this presentation I will report the initial results of our study. In this presentation, I will address four main issues. First, I will contextualize the research by introducing the Olympic Dictionary and its structure, as well as the research objectives. Next, I will deal with the adapted methodology, which is based on the analysis of log files from the Olympic Dictionary. The logs were collected through the AWStats tool. At this point, I will also present the status of our investigation, considering it is a work in progress. Third, I will present the main findings observed so far that refer to the search patterns identified for the three main levels of information provided by the dictionary. Finally, I will bring our considerations about how and to what extent these findings contribute to the process of revising and improving the Olympic Dictionary, and I will also point out our perspectives for the next phases of our study. The Olympic Dictionary is an online frame-based dictionary. That is, the dictionary is organized according to the premises of Frame Semantics. It was compiled by the Brazilian research group Semantec, which is coordinated by Professor Rove Chishman, and since 2019 counts with the collaboration of Professor Gilles-Maurice de Schryver. The dictionary describes the lexicon of the 40 Summer Olympic sports, and it was launched in 2016. The year Brazil hosted the 31st edition of the Olympic Games, which took place in Rio de Janeiro. The dictionary is a bilingual monodirectional dictionary, Portuguese and English, meaning all dictionary content is available in Portuguese, and English translation equivalents and examples are only provided for lexical units. This image illustrates the dictionary homepage. From this page, users can choose to explore the structure of any Olympic sport through the icons or use the search bar to search for a specific sport, scenario, or word. The Olympic Dictionary is structured into three main levels of information: the Superframe, the scenario, and the word levels, which I will illustrate next. The dictionary is available online at dicionarioolímpico.com.br. At the Superframe level, users can find general information about Olympic sports. At the top of the sport page, there is an encyclopedic definition, and on the right side of the page, the sports word and scenario lists. As they scroll, users can see a conceptual map of the sport, showing the sport scenarios and the relationships among them. At the bottom of the sport page, the dictionary provides a trivia section as well as hyperlinks to related sports. At the frame level, the dictionary provides information about situations and about objects and participants involved in competitions. On this page, users can find an encyclopedic definition of the scenario, followed by an image that illustrates some aspect of the scenario. On the left side of the scenario page, the dictionary presents the list of words that belong to the scenario and the list of related scenarios. The scenario page also provides a conceptual map, this time indicating the relationships between the scenario being viewed and other scenarios and words from the same sport. Finally, at the word level, users can find the variant or variants, a hyperlink to the scenario to which the word belongs. the translation equivalent and the example both in English, and the list of related words that belong to the same scenario. With this dictionary in mind, the purpose of this research is to perform an analysis of the Olympic dictionary to verify patterns of dictionary usage and identify what these patterns might reveal. In addition, it is of our interest to collect information that can serve as a basis for improving the dictionary and the user experience. As I mentioned earlier, our research is in progress, and therefore, in this presentation, I will report the results of the first phase, which represents a pilot study of the use of the Olympic dictionary. This experiment comprises 1 year of usage data regarding the dictionary top 1,000 pages viewed. In this first phase, our focus was to test the methodology based on the analysis of log files from the Olympic dictionary. In addition, we also wanted to assess the extent to which the data available on AWStats could help us to find answers to our questions about the use of the Olympic dictionary. And last but not least, we intended, of course, to analyze the ways in which users interact with the dictionary, that is, identifying search preferences and patterns followed by them. Considering all information AWStats provides, we chose to analyze information regarding the dictionary navigation, and more specifically, information regarding page views. Since it can be said that this type of data reveals the most on how users actually explore the site. From this category of information, it was possible to identify, for example, how much of the dictionary is really explored by the users, and if users have any preference for specific sports, scenarios, and words. At this point, it is relevant to mention that when this experiment was carried out, our access was limited to the 1,000 most viewed pages. After the 1,000th result, AWStats would group the remaining pages into an others category. And we recently gained access to the full lists and started the second phase of the research. For the period covered by our analysis, we've established a subset of information based on the number of unique visitors. The criterion for this cut was based on the fact that when analyzing the months with the highest number of unique visitors, we would be able to really identify the existence of patterns in the behavior of users of the Olympic dictionary. In this sense, when we ended up analyzing the 3 months with the highest number of unique visitors on average, which means August, September, and November from 2016 to 2019. With regard to data collection and analysis, the first step consisted of collecting the lists of the dictionary view pages. The second step consisted of categorizing the pages according to the type of content they refer to in the dictionary, such as sport pages, dictionary homepage, outer texts. In the third step, only the pages referring to the 3 main levels of information provided by the dictionary were selected, that is, the sport, scenario, and word pages. And finally, we proceed to analyze the search patterns followed by users in relation to these pages. Regarding the sports level, the results revealed that not all 40 sports pages appear in the top 1,000 view pages list. As you may see from this graph, for example, in September 2016, all 40 sports were viewed, while in September 2019, only 37 sports were viewed. In other words, it can be said that over the years, users tend to focus on fewer sports. On the other hand, the number of sports page views increases over time. In August 2016, for example, the number of page views was around 10,000, In August 2019, this number went up to over 35,000 page views. An outstanding result refers to the case of rhythmic gymnastics, which is alone responsible for around 45% of all sports page views. The other 55% of sports page views are divided among the remaining 39 Olympic sports. Regarding the sports level, the results reveal that the number of viewed scenarios remains stable over time. An average of 357 scenarios are viewed per month out of a total of 780 scenarios, meaning that every month, less than half scenarios are actually being searched by users. On the other hand, just like the sports results, the number of scenarios page views increases over time, as we can see from this graph. All numbers from 2016 are lower than 5,000, when in 2019 the numbers go over 130,000. Similarly to what was observed from the scenarios pages analysis at the words level, the results also revealed the number of viewed words remains stable over time. An average of 588 words are viewed per month out of a total of 3,930 words, meaning every month less than 14% of all words are actually searched by users. Again, just like we have seen from the sports and scenarios results, the number of words page views also increases over time. When comparing, for example, the numbers from 2016 to the numbers from 2019, we can see that for August 2019, the number is 8 times higher than for August 2016. For September 2019, the number is 26 times higher than for September 2016. And for November 2019, the number is 30 times higher than for November 2019. In general, the results from this initial exploration point to 3 major findings. First, they reveal the popularity of the dictionary increases over time, as we can see from the numbers regarding page views for all the 3 levels of information. Second, the results indicate that most parts of the dictionary are hardly seen by users, as we can see from the results regarding the number of scenarios and words viewed, which represent a small portion when compared to the total number of scenarios and words available. From this finding, we could ask ourselves, do users not see the data because they do not need it, or do they not see it because they fail to find it? For now, we will assume that users simply failed to navigate to all the dictionary contents and therefore develop strategies to make more of the dictionary contents findable. Finally, the results also have shown that as users follow the hierarchical dictionary structure, that is, from sports to scenarios to words, page view numbers decrease. Here we can think this is to be expected, considering that there are more scenarios than sports and more words than scenarios. Although this could also mean there is a problem with the navigation method itself, making users lose patience before reaching the word. In this sense, this is another issue that begs for our attention. In regard to the limitations of our study, we can mention 3 main issues, all related to the scope of our analysis. First, our considerations result from the analysis of only the top 1,000 pages viewed. For the next phases, we will be working with the full lists. Second, we only analyze the equivalent to 1 year of data. Currently, we have about 5 years of logs available, and for the next phase, we will broaden the scope to the entire period the dictionary has been available. Third, our analysis focused only on the logs regarding navigation. For the future, we will cover other aspects of the dictionary usage. Thank you for your attention. We look forward to continuing this discussion during the eLex conference. You can also contact us by email.